Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it is 2 p.m. I don't have anything really interesting to tell you. I've been awake for a while, though, and by a while, I mean I woke up at like 11 today, which is kind of weird. I've been tired, and so I've just been going to bed, and then I'm waking up earlier as a result. It's kind of crazy, but, it's also fine. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm not bad today. I've already had my coffee, and I'm not in a big rush, but I do need to leave in an hour. I have a meeting, and it's about an hour away. So, this run, it's not like I'm going to have to stop it, but... what are we today? Oh, no. Yeah. He's strong, but I don't like him that much, you know? He's good, but he's not my favorite man. But he is good. I have to admit, he's a strong champion. I don't have a whole lot to tell you in today's intro. I do have a question. I want to talk about commuting today. Lots of like driving and travel questions, but I'm going to be commuting for the first time in a while because of a certain something that happened in the world. In the past, I've never had a commute that was more than like 15 or 20 minutes, so actually when I was going to the community college, it was like 10 minutes to get there, which was kind of sick. And then when I was doing pizza delivery, it was like 15 maybe. This isn't even that long of a commute, it's about 45 minutes, but I don't know, I just want to talk about commutes. What's the worst commute you've had to do in your life? And maybe what do you do to pass the time? I feel like it's a lot of podcasts and just listening to music, but I don't know. I'm not a big driver. Despite being a former pizza delivery driver, I really don't like driving that much. I've always not liked it because other people on the road, I just don't trust them. I like to go nice and slow. I don't drive fast. I drive slow, especially if I don't know where I'm going exactly. I'll drive extra slow. So, you know. And people on the highway, they're like, hey, if I'm not going 100, I'm not going. And then they tailgate me all the way, and I go, frig off, I'm doing the speed limit. Yeah, anyway. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Today's Wurmkin, Awoken, Double Barrel Daedalus, Curse Fell, Sap Seraph, Shelter, Razor Sharp Edge, Forced Contamination. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to do everything remote, but it's definitely Serrated Mandibles here. I'm not gonna call the shot on Channel Heart. Serrated Mandibles for sure. I was hoping I wouldn't have to do any more commuting to college, and then I would be in a position, I'll play the care. I keep playing Reap Chef and I keep losing with it, but this time's gonna be different. This time's gonna be different. I'm sure of it. You know what? I should have taken Infector, but I did lose a run with Infector recently where he just died in Relentless really fast, so I don't know. Infector plus a Sweeper or Infector plus Animus would have been fun. I think I should have played that. Oh, well, what's done is done. I'll take the money and we'll go. But I was hoping I wouldn't have to do any more commuting for the next, like, year, but alas, here we are. 45 HP, I think I can take this trial. It's a little tough because I believe the boss spawns with a 5-1. But we have Train Stewards to help out. And I guess I went Reap because of Serrated Mandibles, and it's a bit of a synergy. 5 of my Serrated Mandibles hit the wrong target. Unfortunate. Oh no, one of them. Never mind, I forgot it's AoE Reap. Yeah. In my old age, I forgot how things worked. I could have skipped the shelter and got the collector, but I took the trial. Not the trial, I took the packed shards, so I did not do that here. No force contamination. You're probably gonna beat me up. Yeah, almost certainly that enemy beats me up. Unless... Never mind, Razor Sharp Edge. Cool. Good card. Thank you, Razor Sharp Edge. Drawing both of those there was a bit of a good roll, I would say. Echo Infusion, I am very sad is not infused. I will still click it, but it could have been better. Glimmer, solid. Solid infused card here. Yeah, it's a shame. I could have played the cool Animus of Will. I think that I will play... I think I could play Husk Hermit frontline, and we could do a combo plan for the Divinity of Quick Sweeper and in +10 Piercing Glimmer to kill backliners. Could be a 1-2 punch. Could also play Awoken Hollow. I'm gonna go for the Husk Hermit, it sounds cool. Sounds cooler anyway. Largestone +25 +10. I'm good with infusing him with Quick and then giving him +25 +25. I think that makes a lot of sense here. Give him a nice base health of like 85, something like that, plus the Quick. I don't think it's Largestone. Largestone is decent though. I'm not losing out on that much. It's like the next 2 combats, but I have a Largestone Husk Hermit and then I take space. Actually, I think I like Largestone more. 95 HP, 20 base attack. This unit is crazy for the early game too. I get to play whatever I want. And I don't need to roll anything here. Give him Quick here. And probably, if I get +10, I can duplicate the Glimmer. +10 Piercing, that is. Okay, I feel like we're at a decent spot. I think it all makes sense anyway. I'm pretty sure if I place... Here, Chef and Animus can go top 4 together and hang out. Pretty sure I put... Oh, what a shame. I put Husk Hermit on the bottom floor and he wins the fight. I don't believe this unit has any issues. Animus does die immediately. But that's alright. You definitely beat this, right? No, he doesn't. Must be because of the spikes. How about it? It's the highest damage enemy too. He has 12 attack or something like that. 12 starting attack, 8 total attack. Any other boss, and I think Husk Hermit wins that. It doesn't matter though. We still win, take trial, no damage taken, very cool. Could pick Bounding Echoes and then, yeah, Bounding Echoes is good if I play Holdover. Oh, I'm playing Holdover Glimmer over Echo Infusion. Purple Sting is good, Wildwood Sap is good as well. But I think I'm going to hope for my healing to come from a different source than Wildwood Sap on this run. And I don't need anything at the steel shop, so we're gonna go left. +10 Piercing would be cool. Urgestone, less cool, but still fine. Yeah, not really fine, I'm not gonna do anything with it, but it's not the end of the world, but there's still time. There's still plenty of time. Oh, this is the 3 temple run. That's a shame. I'm happy with where we are for now. I do not know what I will duplicate though. Probably the Sting. It's free and it's purple. This card's pretty good. Let's see what the Caverns has. I have seen this event so many times, it feels like. Too bad I didn't pick Infector, huh? I'm not playing this. Respectfully, I'm not doing that. Okay. That's fine. There's still plenty of time. Husk Hermit is going to be strong for a long time. Slap him down here, he's gonna kill everything. Like, this early fight is free. It's all very easy. Husk Hermit cleans up. The best thing I can really do here is put a Reap onto the boss. I hypothesize for you. Because Chef will handle anything that comes up here. And yeah, these guys are fine. This is double barrel Daedalus, so it is a haste combat. But the haste doesn't matter. Yeah. It's pretty close to a pre-relentless, actually. 189, 215. Pretty good. Yeah, and Chef just needs to clean up the enemies that live at 5 and 10 HP down there. Or up there, I should say. From down here, I guess. This is a great example of a run that is extremely strong right now. Like, very, very strong right now, and is going to have a lot of trouble because it has no scaling. Echoes of the Past? Well, that's scaling. I don't know if it's good enough. It's, like, if I pick this, I could just completely switch off of Reap, and we could play something entirely different if I see Infector. Or if I see the other one, right? I could just switch and maybe hold this over. I think this card is a good perspective take. Skip here. We take space. That stuff's all easy. I think that Echoes is a prospective take. So we're gonna go left. Everything we need is in magic shops. Intrinsic, not what I'm after. Remove consume. So if there's a holdover here, we can consider it. Okay, there's no holdover, nothing to consider yet. I'm gonna upgrade my healing. We're still strong, I feel. We are still strong, because this Husk Hermit is going to frontline very well, and he's gonna kill backline. Right, so I could go Corruptor though. +5 per Echo. I don't think it's good. I think it's right to go all the way on Decayer, but it's an interesting idea. I'm gonna remove the Train Stewards. Did a little quick calculation in my head. I should have enough health for Crystal Cloak so I can get rid of the weakest link. We're really gonna struggle on Sap Seraph though. Anti-strike. We're very strong now. So the game plan here is to leverage our extreme strength that we have in this early game into winning the late game. Sorry, I was overcome with a need to sneeze. Came out of nowhere. I'm okay now though. I made it. You'll die from Sting. The Reap Chef, he does a good job of killing the waves off. And so as long as I can keep him protected, it should be fine. Could play Echoes. I think I'm going to want to get rid of Force Contamination. You're gonna hurt me. Never mind. There's 3 up there. I think you're dead, right? 3 times. Well, you're off by 1, but you'll die. And come down here and I apply the Reap. This is the sort of stuff that the Quick's really good for, though. I don't need the +10 piercing Glimmer anymore, is what I've noticed, in case you haven't noticed. It's good for healing, but I can upgrade Restores for healing as well. So it's probably best to do something like... Because our biggest problem here is the bosses. Absolutely. I need to answer Relentless somehow. Center Salve, great for Foul. Soul Siphon is good. Fill up another floor with Echoes is strong here. I think I take Awake. How do I handle bosses with this deck? Well, one of the options I'm considering is Holdover -1 Echoes of the Past. It's gonna hurt my... Like, it makes it impossible for me to kill enemies with Reap, but then the idea is I put enough Reap on them for them to walk up and die because I'm going to have a big sweeper. Let's go left. We'll see. What we see. Koruska is huge. This is so good. Koruska is extremely good. We're going to want to make Awake more playable. I hypothesize Permafrost, Bounding Echoes, but I don't need it. Remove Consume. No holdovers. It's okay. We have time. I'm going to put a +20 piercing on the Glimmer. Single use big heal now. And we continue. This run's going fast, but we're strong early. I said I was strong enough for Crystal Cloak. Let's find out if I was correct. I also slammed the Invasion Trial, and I have no problem taking this damage. I'm going to play bottom floor anyway. And I think the damage that I'll take up here is fine. I could play, you know what, I can probably kill them, but I should get my echoes out on the bottom floor instead. I'm just going to eat the, like, 14 damage it is. I'm not gonna feel anything sad about it. Just fill this floor with echoes. I could go for the collector, but I took the trial, it's fine. Should play Awake there. Awake's purple, I should play it. But yeah, I took 14 for the trial. Probably a worthwhile investment. Echo Infusion is now a free value. And I am going to be slamming Echoes of the Past in fights. Because I can afford it. I think. And double shelter. It's really just bosses, right? I don't know how we answer the bosses. And I was pretty wrong about how I fared against Crystal Cloak, it appears. I guess I should have played top 4 after all, but now I have time for Reap to hurt Crystal Cloak. We want to play Restores and not play Big Restore. 203 there. 32. I'm dead. I have to restart. Too bad. So I have to play top 4 here. I suppose I should have known, but it felt like I had enough health. I guess what I didn't account for is Sycophants plus 60 packed shards. It gives less time for a Reap to happen, but I guess it's fine, because I just need to kill her in Relentless. I don't know if I will kill her in Relentless, though. That's the problem. I don't know if I have it. I don't really feel like I have it, to be honest. Echo Infusion first. Maybe, actually, I should Echoes of the Past the Chef. That's my big misplay there. That's the big one I needed to recognize. You gotta Echoes Spine Chef. Yeah, I need to up his attack because he's the one that lives longest. I'm also good to wait on Shelter so that the armor... Because I can heal the damage taken back, but I can't heal the armor back. So I'll wait for another time on Shelter. Yeah, this turn is pretty grim, though. It's fine. And we're full health. I'll draw Shelter, I trust. 3 Reap there, not bad. It might actually just not be winnable, too. 373, 423. It's winnable. Barely, but it is winnable. Yeah. I thought I had enough. I also held those shelters and then didn't get them. And on top of that, like that turn where I draw both dead weights is pretty rough too. Like that's just a completely dead turn. I was thinking I would be able to do enough Reap on the 3 floors, but I didn't have enough Echoes on the 3 floors, so, yeah. Speaking of Reap, I could pick Soul Cripple. This card's fine. Pick one target, they die, is more or less what it says. Not playing Shard Channeler here, though. Alright, hold over in here, I'm sure of it. It's kind of tempting to double stack Force Contamination. If I didn't have a sweeper, I mean, it's interesting because I feel like it's almost a Relentless plan, right? If I double stack it and play it twice, it's like, it's a pretty decent chunk, but it's not enough because my damage isn't high enough, I fear. So what I should have done is I should have probably done Remove Consume Shelter, but that card's expensive. And I don't, like, it's a clash between healing and armor, which is why I didn't. But maybe it was the correct idea. Start making these restores free. Let's skip out on double stack. Holdover. Okay, I'm gonna play... Could play Holdover Echo Infusion, and then duplicate this, actually. Yeah, this is probably our winning line. Echoes of the Past is good, but it doesn't give me enough attack, I don't think. I think I duplicate this Echo Infusion as many times as I can now. like 3 of that card is probably winning, and I think that like mental log tells me I should have enough. We want to get rid of cards that aren't infused, which is actually not many. I think it is Force Contamination. Even with Karuska, I don't like this. And I think it might be Shelter. I think it is Shelter, because I'm not really getting a lot out of the armor. I'm healing the damage back. No plus 10 piercings? What a shame. This is my last temple, right? Yeah, so I need to be at 75 leaving here. Spell Chain Echo Infusion? Yeah, that's sick. 3 of this card is good now, too. I think that's our win condition. It's 10, so it's 85, 95. I'll be over by 5, or 10. I don't really care. It'll be okay. And then we're taking draw from Fel. We have Karuska. This seems pretty winnable to me. Spell Chain, the Echo Infusion, this does seem pretty winnable to me now. Especially if I draw at turn 1, wowie. Soul Siphon mid-floor, play that out. Not enough echoes. Ah, I'm a fool! Karuska doesn't work that way! Alright. You got me. Forgot Karuska, you need to have the echo for it to work. I kind of wish it didn't work that way, but it's fine. I won't nitpick too much. Just a little. Oh, Bounding Echoes on Echo Infusion, though, is now positive, which is very good. I can't afford this, can I? I probably can. He'll die on the next floor. Whenever I can, because I generate a lot of echoes, so whenever I can trade them out for attack and be still safe, it probably is correct. Yeah. Like, I put up this 10 armor, but it just goes away, right? That's what I'm feeling. I guess it stays on the chef, though, so there's some merit to it. But I think our win condition is just going to be having, like, 1,000 health. And then what I should do is I should come up here, because bottom floor is all dead, I should go up and I should form enough echoes everywhere else. And we Soul Cripple Fel. And we're taking draw, because all I need to do is draw these Echo Infusions that I'm going to make. It should be fine. The Echo Infusions are +1 energy when they're played. And the floating bosses are easier, because they can take Reap pre-Relentless, and I just do like 832 Reap to her on that turn. And she just dies, yeah. She goes into Relentless at like no HP. And Seraph's gonna be even worse because he has to walk to my floor repeatedly. This is a run where Unearthed Remains is solid. Very good. And draw for sure. The Karuska is gonna carry me. Absolutely, 100%. I don't need any of these. They don't... Actually, no, I do. I want to give my champion plus 100% max health. That's the correct answer there. It helps for Relentless, and I think the attack isn't as good. Right, it helps for Relentless? Yeah, because the attack is like 7 attack, whereas the max health. So in this combat's Relentless, I play Razor Sharps on the chef, and he 1v1s the boss. Ideally. Echo Infusion. I'm gonna go over by 10. Oh wow. What do I have that consumes? Bounding Echoes? Glimmer? Shelter? Soul Cripple's kind of crazy. And like some of these are really good if I get multiples of them. Soul Cripple's very good, Soul Siphon's very good, Unearthed Remains is decent, but some of them are very bad. Bounding Echoes, Glimmer. Mark of an Exile is probably better, because it gives my champion more time in Relentless. It's close. I think it's close. I think the Echo Seedling has a higher upside. It's worth the risk. We don't sit on it and fuck around. We just play it. I'm not gonna like hold Bounding Echoes or anything like that, but it's worth the risk. Stops my Glimmer and my 2 stings. This is free. This will be a good fight to see if we have enough healing. Please keep drawing Echo Infusion turn 1, thank you. And remember the plan here is Razor Sharp on the Chef, because he is going to be, with 280 health, our Relentless plan. His Gilded Wings, probably going to hurt me. It's weird because I wouldn't be able to afford the Unearthed Remains if I played it first. I'm not sure if that's right. Soul Siphon's going middle for it. Probably better to play Soul Siphon there. But what's done is done. I've already made the mistake. I've made my bet. I can lie in it. You're dying. The Soul Siphon would have been better. I need to put this top floor for the Echoes. And Awake is going to be MVP of this fight. Because a lot of the damage that would normally be stopped is not stopped. I'm counting. It's probably right to play 1 Restore and then 1 Echo Infusion, I think is lethal. Yeah, that is right. I did the math very quickly, and it did turn out to be correct. My Reap output is just huge. Absolutely massive. I think Echoes of the Past is correct here. The Chef doesn't go a lot of rounds in Relentless. That's the problem. Because it's, if it were the other boss, I think it would be easier, but against Trample boss, it's a little more concerning. This deck would have been a lot better off with Unleash the Wildwood as well. I'm gonna hold Soul Cripple because it's a strong card to play on the boss. I am putting up a lot of damage in the form of Reap. Like, that turn has a lot of damage on it. 800, but we get the Reap going. I think it should be good. 1052, 1346, there's lethal. Yeah, I think I needed to take the Divine Mark of an Exile there to beat this boss. It's, yeah, it represents a decent amount of damage there. I think he would have died anyway, though. It's kind of close. Return Soul is very good, as usual. I didn't really talk about Broken Memories in this run. I also didn't talk about the fact that they showed me 3 Restoring Retreats in this run. Broken Memories would be okay to pull back a Consume spell sometimes, but kind of close. Trinket Shop has. I was about to say, if we see Bog Slime, we click it very fast. Bog Slime is good here. I think Sap Tap is also decent. Too bad these don't count as consumes, but oh well. Dupe this. There's now a great case for Permafrost on Bounding Echoes, because I can play it with Echo Seedling and then hold it to get the other Echo Infusions. Also down to put plus 20 consumes on cards now because of Bog Slime. So many names to remember. I'm not playing double stack on the Soul Cripple. -1. Probably just goes to Restore. Honestly. Yeah, plus 10. That's all right. I'm good with an extra draw here, so we take Sap Tap, and then we roll for... Cursed Vines is good, I think. Yeah, maybe rather just take 2 removals. Not sure about Cursed Vines. Yeah, at least Shelter is a good removal. Yeah. I think this is more correct. And the last remaining card in this deck I want to get rid of. They're all okay. I think that Echoes of the Past has outlived its usefulness, though. One play of this is pretty good, though. No, I think this is right to keep, because I have so many Echoes generated that I can usually play this and still have full Echoes. So maybe just a Fracture is fine then. Yeah. And I have nothing left on the table at the Magic Shop. I could have bought Golden Vault and taken that money as well, but that I don't love. I believe we go. Yeah, I think so. I think that this run is fine, and the biggest problem it's going to face is the mini-bosses. Oh, and the fact that... So Seraph, here's your next piece of hypotheses. Seraph's going to be easier because he's a floating boss, so I should play top floor and not take a bunch of random free damage against Lightwings that Seraph puts up here. I'm going to soul cripple his ass too. Yeah. I think that this is the right idea. I should always generate enough echoes because I have 4 procs of Reap for free, and it's going to be even more as time progresses. However, I do want to go around and fill these other floors with Reap so that Seraph is always taking damage. Like so. I think I need to play Awake though. I should fill up the top floor. Oh, it is friendly unit, huh? It makes sense because there is an enemy in the game that would fuck that up. But it does indeed say friendly unit. Need to also play echoes so that my Husk Hermit doesn't start hitting zeros. Draw Fracture. Need my man to not hit zeros because he's trying to kill backliners for us. And I'm going to return Soul, and I believe it goes to Fracture. Yeah, 85 Reap. Seraph's going to be taking like 500 damage per round for the rest of the fight, which is pretty good. And Soul Siphon down here in case he comes down here. It's because of Karuska. This run is 100% carried by Karuska, and it goes back to what I said at the start of the run, which is I'm going to be trying to leverage my advantage into huge Bounding Echoes. Holy moly. I'm going to try and leverage my advantage into something crazy here, because we were strong early, and we used our early game strength to be able to confidently take those trials and look through all of the relics, and then we reach a point where I just applied 90 Reap to every enemy, and Seraph has 174 and just took 2,600. Yeah, we reach this point, basically. And Seraph dies on Relentless to Reap. So I think the Divinity might actually go similarly, and I should play top floor as a result. I'm not sure, though. I think I should play top floor because it gives me more time to draw the card that matters. Which is Echo Infusion. And I have drawn 1. Which is good. I'm going to play top floor. I think it is correct. Fracture, and then we start the infusions. I don't need to split or move around the map or anything like that. I'm just going to sit on the top floor and throw things at Seraph. And I'm down for Unearth Remains as my multi-play. Make sure I play the Echo Infusions first is all. Yeah, I'm doing like 800 damage there. And by waiting, I bought myself enough time to reach the Echo Infusions first, which is good. Very good. Echo Infusion is damage positive for me as well. Like he's taking, they gain 6, he gains 10. And the 10 I can heal. The damage he takes I can heal. Soul Siphon down here lets me just get some preliminary Reap out. Imagine if they didn't give him the Purify effect. Reap Chef, man. This is, right here, when I get those Bounding Echoes down, this is where it goes crazy. This is where it starts being like, I put down 60 Reap per turn. Sorry, did I say 60? I meant to say 85. At this rate, he's dead on the mini-boss. Normally when you play a run with Reap Chef, though, you have to answer Relentless in some way. It just turned out that the Echo Infusion answered Relentless while also killing everything. It just happened to be this way. Bring back Soul Cripple for this turn. Yeah. Good stuff. This is a high roll, but it's an interesting look at playing towards the high roll. Like, I played this run by making this really strong unit in the Husk Hermit. This quick largestone sweeper And with the damage increases I had, only 99 that turn. With the damage increases in the deck, I was able to just win the first 4 combats without problem. Now, I did lose this run to Crystal Cloak, but that's a judgment error on my part, and it's fine. I made it with I won this run with 30 minutes to spare. Nice. How about it? 68,000 too. New record for Reap applied. How about it? Pretty good. 9,000 there. Yeah, pre-relentlessing both of these is good for the score. It's a really high scoring run. It's not my highest scoring run, but it's pretty strong showing. Could have gone higher on the pack shards at the end there. Like, I could have 10 more pack shards at the very least, but it's okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.